I am having a good day because what we're making today is I'm going to say this wrong, a cortadito. So it's like a corrado. I think I'm saying this all right. If not, I apologize. It's like a corrado, which just means cut in Spanish. It's a Spanish drink. The original one is a Spanish drink. And what it is half of like an espresso shot and half milk. So it's half to half, which is the whole idea of it being cut. What this is the Cuban take of a cortado. So instead of just doing half of an espresso shot, half steamed milk, what you're going to do is you're going to use the mocha pot, and we're going to do the traditional Cafe Cubano kind of style of making a coffee, but we're going to add milk to it, and we're going to do it with the 50-50 split. So the first thing is, let's just get our grind going, our brew going, if I can talk, which I'm obviously having issues with today. And we're going to fill this up all the way just underneath the safety valve. You're just going to put it right underneath that level, and then you're going to put the funnel basket in, like so. And then we are going to fill this up with, it's not really an espresso grind, and it's not really a French press or a drip coffee. It's like, I don't know how you would kind of describe it, but it's almost got like the consistency of sand, like that fine sand. And then we're going to put that up to the top, and you can add more, less, however you want to go with this. Again, completely up to you. And we are going to go ahead and put the top on. Get this up to boiling. Make sure we got a good seal on it. All right, perfect. So as this is heating up, we're going to make sure that we're good. So inside of the cup, what we have is some sugar in there, and it is going to, this is what you're going to froth with the espresso that comes out of this, the coffee that is comes out, and that is what you're gonna, that's what makes the Cafe Cubano. So you're gonna take that and you're gonna froth it, and you're gonna add air. Kind of, it's gonna look like a really dark whipped cream almost, and it looks amazing too. So that's the start of this, and then the other part of it is going to be steamed milk. So what they say traditionally to do is that you would heat like a saucepan of milk, get it up to temperature, and they also say to use evaporated milk as well, which makes sense for kind of the Cuban recipe, because evaporated milk lasts a lot longer when it's not refrigerated. So that makes a lot of sense. But for this, we're just going to use normal milk. We're going to put it into our milk frother over there, get that up to temperature. So we're going to let this start to get warm. Yeah, and it's just now starting to get warm. And so the way that this works is really interesting too. It's actually a very fascinating little device. So you put the water in the bottom, and inside that funnel is where all the coffee grounds are. So as you boil it, since this is a basically airlocked system, this is a like all-in-one system, the only way that the steam could technically escape is through the spout here. But because of that funnel, there's nowhere for it to go. So it builds pressure. And as it builds pressure, it is forcing the water up inside the funnel. And then it comes through the coffee grounds and then out the spout up here. So it's this all little self-contained system to generate temperatures that are actually above the boiling point because it's pressurized. So the water is extremely hot that comes out of there. It's over 212 degrees Fahrenheit or 100 degrees Celsius. So And then once it comes out of there, it's just this richer kind of coffee. It is called an espresso, but it's not really how an espresso works. It is pressurized. It does go above, the 212 degrees, but it's not really pressurizing it and doing the draw that you normally do. It's kind of like a pressurized, what do you call it? Percolator is really what this kind of is. So, not saying it's bad. It's actually really good. It's just not what I would call an espresso. All right, so we got our cup here, and we're going to go ahead and let's check the temperature. Yeah, so this is getting up to temperature now. We might actually increase this a little bit. So if you're curious about the pan, so this is an induction range here, and induction doesn't work with aluminum. This is an aluminum mocha pot. So if you stuck this on an induction system, you're not going to get any heat from this at all. So I have a cast iron frying pan on here basically, and there we go, this is ramping up. A cast iron frying pan, what this does is it's transferring the heat from the cast iron frying pan to the mocha pot. Now, the benefit of that is that once you start brewing, you can shut off your induction, and that will continue the brewing over the life of this pot. So you don't have to adjust it or anything else. Just hit the off button and let the percolation kind of keep going. All right, definitely getting up to temperature now. And this is what takes the longest amount of time with this mocha pot, but it is so worth it. I'm gonna give it a few more minutes, and then I'm gonna go ahead and froth the milk. Because you don't want that milk to sit on the milk frother for too long. It turns into like a caramel almost. You get a caramel flavor to it. It starts to burn the milk because it's sitting on that heating element for way too long. So we're going to basically get to the point that once it beeps, we're going to take it off, and we're going to use that for kind of a steamed milk. It's just a froth heated milk. All right, and now touching it, I can feel that it's starting to boil a little bit inside. So it's getting pressure. So let's go ahead and turn on that milk. All right. And the other thing I got too is a tiny little whisk. I love this guy. So the idea is that with the sugar inside and the coffee, you're going to froth this up. So this is going to be really good introducing air into your cup. And if anybody's got any questions, just feel free to ask. That's why I'm doing this series, is to kind of answer questions about what I'm using, how I'm using it, what I'm doing, because we're all kind of trying to figure it out as we go along. All right, so I got that going over there. Now we're going to get a little measuring cup, and we're just going to use this to get the coffee out of this into the cup. You're just going to use a little bit of it, and I would say maybe a teaspoon to like a teaspoon and a half of sugar. I think that's good. Is a good mix. But we'll see here in a second. And this is definitely getting warm, so you can feel this warming up really well, which is it's getting there. And that is kind of one of the issues with using a mocha pot. It is something that you have to be involved in, that you're watching as it goes. But this is what I appreciate the most about coffee, is that it is something that you're attentive to. We do have a pour over, an automatic pour over behind us, and that's what we use to get up in the morning and make a batch so that I can make more involved cup of coffee. That's for sure. So let's see, there it goes. It's starting. So you can see that it kind of just drips out a little bit. And we're going to collect this coffee. Let's go ahead and turn this off. So it should have enough energy still in this, still boiling, and you're going to get the heat from the cast iron so that it's going to keep boiling up. So we're going to add coffee. And what you're looking for is the consistency of like a cake batter almost. So what I did is I just add a little bit, kind of mix it up. You don't want to add too much too quickly. If you add too much, then you don't get that kind of that foam that you're looking for. Okay, let's see if that's good. Yeah, there you go. So you can see the coffee, the coffee with the sugar in there, and then you're just going to keep kind of stirring it. And you want to dissolve as much sugar into that as possible, as well as add air to it. So you're basically making like a whipped cream coffee sugar latte kind of thing. It's actually really good. And this is still brewing. So let's see. And now you can see, look at that color in there. So that color, that's what you're looking for. You're looking for that whipped thing. So, okay, this is done. So you can see it's kind of frothing over now. And what we're going to do is we're going to pour about half of this cup, nice and slow. You don't want to disturb that froth in there. And the great thing is that our milk is done. Now we're going to take the milk. I'm going to give it a little stir. But you can see, look at that. That's like nicely whipped. And then we're going to pour. And so what I'm doing is I'm trying to not let the foam get in. We're just trying to get the milk. And we're going to fill that up the rest of the way because that'll give us the half and half that we're looking for. Let's give it a little stir. And you want to be gentle with this. You don't want to like froth this. You just want to kind of, you want to let that foam sit on the top. And that is Cortadito. Let's give it a try. Oh yeah. Oh, that is really good. That is really good. And again, you can follow the affiliate links that we have to this product. For the price, it seems to be really good. It's got a lot of good reviews on it. So check it out for yourself. And hey, everybody, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. And you have a great Thursday, and I will see you tomorrow.